So what does earnings trading look like? What happens when a stock reports earnings? Well, that's what I'm going to try to capture here with NVIDIA, as they are scheduled to report their earnings anytime now. And what we're looking at, just to set up context, is the market has closed, but this is known as after hours. So they are releasing their earnings report in the after hours. And right now you can see that not a whole lot of volume, and the price is moving around here a little bit, but you're going to notice this changes a whole lot once the earnings are released. In fact, you don't even need to watch the news headlines. You don't need to watch anything to know when earnings will be released. Now, this is where things get a little tricky because you never quite know when a company's going to release their earnings, specifically from a time standpoint. Now, from a calendar standpoint, yes, I know that today's date. I know that after the market closes. So again, in after hours, that's when the earnings is going to be released. But the exact second of when they're going to be released, you never quite know that. But like I said, you'll be able to tell by watching this chart right here. And another way you can watch the craziness is over here, what is known as level twos. But that's going to be the big clue, I should say, right here. It came out. I guarantee that just came out. You see that? Let's see what happens. The had to have just come out. And look at this. The earnings report has come out. Look at that. And again, this is being recorded live, so I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm not saying, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So remember, when I started this video, NVIDIA's stock price, and you can scroll back if you want, was up here around, let's just call it 268, and has now since dropped almost to 250. But this is earnings action. So if you've never seen a stock as soon as it reports earnings, well, NVIDIA has not let us down. Now, I'll be honest, I would love to see this thing all of a sudden come back all the way back up here to just really show how crazy earnings can be and why, if you're a beginner, if you're just getting started in the stock market in day trading, avoid earnings, right? This is just pure chaos. I've been trading, I've had the YouTube channel since 2013, been trading since 2000, I don't know, 5-ish, 6-ish. This is terrifying. Look at, and it worked. Yes, I'm so excited. Look at this. Look at that craziness. That is bonkers. I mean, how are you supposed to trade that? Now, if you're just here to be a degenerate gambler and have some fun, okay, then have some fun. Like I said, look at that. I'm so excited. Because again, this is being recorded right now in real time, and I had no idea how this was going to actually play out. But this is, I couldn't have drawn it up any better to show just how crazy earnings can be. And these are 2-minute candlesticks. So like I said, this is all happening in less than 2 minutes. All right, there we go. The new candlestick just started to form. So that opening 2 minutes, 2 minutes after the open, or excuse me, after the earnings report was released, price came as low as, let's call it 251, and then as high as 276. That's, I mean, to be fair, you can make a lot of money, right? I could have bought anywhere down here and I could have scored huge, but that's all hindsight trading, and you can just as easily get absolutely wrecked. Ask me how I know, because I've tried trading earnings before, especially as a beginner, and I'll still trade them from time to time, but situations like that, that's just way crazy. And why, you know what, I like to let things settle down. I like to, in many cases, not even trade them. Just wait for tomorrow and let, things get a little bit more settled, because right after the earnings, I mean, you truly have no idea what actually is going to go on, because let's all be real, and I'll be honest. I'll be totally honest. That was looking really, really bad, right? We all witnessed it together. The price was collapsing. And at that point, if you're anything like me, I was saying, whew, game over for NVIDIA. That's not good. That's looking really bad. And then we all witnessed it, completely bounce upwards. And then for a while, this was a green candle. So think about it from that perspective. You know that somebody was thinking, and how do we know that? Well, I mean, people were buying because, the candlestick is there. So people are like, oh, wow, what a recovery. What a great recovery. All right, wow. All right, I'm going to buy here. And now what happened to those people? Those people are getting absolutely crushed. As now look at this. Now it's starting to head right back down. I'm so excited. I feel like a little schoolboy. This is fantastic action to just show how crazy after hours can be. Depending, this is all just my trading from today. So a very lackluster day. Couldn't quite really put anything together. So you can see my results right there. So that's what we're looking at. So this is, if you're just a complete beginner, never seen my screen before, these are the stocks that I traded today. Those were the orders that I traded. And then this is what would be known as, the technical chart right here. This would just be the news down here. And then order entry. And then this is level 2s. But like I said, as you could tell from the title of this video, what does earnings reports look like? How does a stock behave after earnings is released? And when I say behave, as you saw, meaning right after they are released. But where are we at? About 5 minutes. So I don't want to make this video too long. I think I've illustrated the point. I think NVIDIA has done its job. It's served the purpose to show, how stocks can tend to trade after earnings reports. And I should note that the more well-known the stock, the more less risky it's going to be, just because you're going to have more volume, but it's still risky. So I don't mean it in the sense of, oh, you're not going to have any risk. I just mean that you're going to have a respectable amount of volume. But some obscure stock, you could still have crazy movements. So it's risky from that point, no doubt, but it's also risky because there's not a whole lot of volume there. And when there's not that much volume, you can get big spreads, and it can be just that much more risky. So I want to be clear, the more well-known stock it is. So in this case, NVIDIA, at least at the time of this recording, if you're watching this video 10 years from now, who knows? Maybe NVIDIA doesn't even exist anymore. But as of the recording now, NVIDIA, very well-known stock. So you're going to have more volume. So it's still risky, just not as risky because you do have volume. But if you're trading something that's not very well-known with big price swings on low volume, that is a definite recipe to potentially get yourself in a whole lot of trouble here. But and I'm stalling here a little bit, but that was an important point. So not a total stall, but it's done its job. So now you've seen something in real time with a stock, and why, especially as a beginner, just hold off, observe, grab some popcorn, grab some Sour Patch Kids, and just watch these things, because it's absolutely crazy how fast, how crazy a stock can, move around after earnings release. But you've now seen that here. So did you enjoy this video? Did you like this kind of real-time action of a concept such as, and I admit it is a trading 101 concept. How does a stock trade after earnings? But like I said, if you like these sorts of videos, if you have questions or if you have requests for other ones like this, please let me know that down in the comment section, or just hit the like button, or better yet, even do both. Hit that like button, leave a simple comment, whether it's just say hi, tell me, I don't know, do you have any good earnings stories where you either made some good money or got absolutely crushed? Share those down below too, but would love to hear from you on this topic. So thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I'm not even going to try to hide it, not even going to try to be professional. This was awesome. I'm so excited that NVIDIA behaved how it did, because this is a good example of just how crazy a stock can be after those earnings are released. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up, as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.